Hello, welcome to yet another episode of Young Business with Ndegwa Power, where it's all about young entrepreneurs changing perceptions, challenging the status quo, and breaking the rules of conventional business. Well, in the words of Steve Jobs, here's to the misfits, here's to the crazy ones, and here's to tuning in to Young Business. And today on the show, we have an amazing, phenomenal man. You can call him the Picasso of makeup or the Steve Jobs of the makeup industry. Well, I'm just going to throw this in there and call him the makeup master. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Koby. Welcome to the show, Steve.
Thank you for having me.
I've seen you do the makeup on Sharon, and it's amazing. Have you guys seen what this guy just did? And I can just throw in a really random question. When you're doing the eyebrows, do I have to be good at geometry or... I mean,
you just have to be artistic because makeup is art. So I think you just need to have it in you, and it's not rocket science.
is it something that you started when you were a child, maybe picking up Superman and trying to do some makeup on Superman?
No, I used to actually draw when I was young. So I think when I grew up, makeup was one of the closest thing that came to drawing. So I related to makeup easily.
Art drawing came close to makeup.
Makeup is art.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So did you do the funny things on people's face? Were you one of those people who in class when a friend of yours is asleep, you draw
Not really.
things on people's faces? I mean,
No, I actually didn't know there was anything like makeup when I was growing up. So I just used to draw my own stuff, drawing cars, animals, and stuff like that. So when I went to beauty school 7 years ago, that's when I was introduced to makeup, and to me, I related more to it because to me it was like drawing, you know?
yeah.
So I thought of just going that way because it was something I loved, and passion beats everything.
I mean, 7 years ago, makeup was it paying? Or did you guys think, it's makeup, or why should I pay for makeup?
That was not my reason for getting into it. I didn't even know whether it would pay well, but I was just like, this is something I love, and I would probably make a living out of it. So it was just getting into it by faith.
What was the reaction, telling everyone, look, hey, I'm a makeup artist, I'm a makeup artist, I'm going to more fine love with makeup. What was the reaction from people?
Actually, most of my friends thought it was a joke because they were like, can you make a living out of this? What is this? You know what I mean? And maybe when I met people, when I went to jobs, they were like, are you sure you're straight? So, as in, to me, it's a passion, and it doesn't, you don't need to be gay to do makeup or to do something that is dominated by women. Yeah, so to me, it's just the love of it, and I love doing it, period.
How do you handle it? Because, of course, just as you say, people saying that you're gay, of course, you get so many questions. Wait, you're a guy, you want to do makeup? Is it you, or are you just running the company? I mean, how do you handle it?
For me, it's all about self-motivation. I don't care what people say. To me, it's all about my satisfaction in what I do. If I do it good, I'm happy.
What's the worst treatment you've gotten for being a male makeup artist?
Actually, I've never had a bad experience.
No, even on Twitter?
No.
On Facebook, nothing?
No.
So Kenyans are such good people.
I guess so.
So you've never been trolled for being
I think
a male makeup artist?
it just depends on how you take it as a person. Because if you're too cautious about what people are saying, maybe people will start getting into your business. But if you don't really care and just focus on your goals and what you want to be, no one will care.
Let's talk about your childhood, so that people can get to know more about Steve Koby, so that they can relate wherever they are. So how did you grow up, and what was your childhood like?
I guess my childhood was just like any other kids, playing, making those wired cars, playing football and stuff like that. Basically, I'd just say it was pretty normal. Grew up in a family of 5 siblings, yeah, and of course 2 parents, and yeah, I guess I'd say normal.
Normal.
Yeah.
Career-wise, what did you want to be when?
Funny enough, I never pictured myself in an office. So I used to love staying with my mom in the kitchen while she was preparing food. So one of my dreams was to become a chef. And I also used to love doing her hair, massaging her scalp and stuff like that. And so my other career option was to be a hairdresser. But of course, you know, society back then is in kazi za mama, so yeah, they didn't want anything to do with that. Especially, you know, my dad was like, you can't do this. You have to look for something else. So growing up, I didn't know anything else that I wanted to be. I just knew it's either I'm a chef or a hairdresser.
And that was it.
That was it. I never pictured myself being an accountant, a banker, a pilot, or all that stuff that kids normally talk about.
Yeah. So when you shifted to now makeup artistry, how has the process been?
It's been really cool because you know, I think unless you're successful at what you've chosen and what people don't readily accept, unless you're successful, is when people will accept it. But if it doesn't work for you, then I think people will be like, we told you, this is not the right path to follow. But I took it and ran away with it. So to me, I've made it, maybe I've made it a dream of many guys out there who wanted to try this but were scared of doing it. So it's working.
Who have you worked with? Like the big names that you've been able to
I've worked with so many people. I've worked with almost every Kenyan artist, male, female. I've worked with a couple of other international artists from Africa because I did Coke Studio, season 1 and season 2.
Oh, that's big, huh?
Yeah, we also got to meet Wyclef Jean and Neo too. So I'd say it's pretty good. It's the envy of many people.
Yeah. So
yeah.
For those people who are trying to get into the makeup industry, you can make it. This guy is the testimony of it. What's been your biggest job, or what's the biggest job that you've done?
I think the biggest in terms of maybe exposure-wise was Coke Studio.
Coke Studio.
Yeah, I've also done
How was that
Mashariki Mix that was airing on Mnet. Yeah, Coke Studio was a very good experience. You know, you get to handle different artists who have different attitudes. So you need to also have a tough skin to deal with all these people, and you also need to keep your cool. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there opportunities in the makeup industry, or because you know, okay, nowadays so many people are picking up on makeup.
Yeah.
We're having new brands every day, new people creating Instagram pages and social media accounts. Are there still more opportunities out there?
Yeah, there are opportunities. We always say that jobs are so many. There is enough job for every makeup artist. If you want to pick up makeup artistry, then go ahead. But don't just do it because of the money as a motivation. Do it because it's a passion, because that is what will drive you. Because in every job, there are hard times. You find there's a low season for makeup, and there won't be as much jobs as other times. So you need something to keep you motivated and keep you going. And that has to come from within.
Yourself.
Yeah.
So if today I started, you know, I want to start makeup by Ndegwa Power, you know, I might just start Ndegwa Power makeup. How do I start? Where do I start?
Like I said again, you need to have the interest. You need to have the skills, because you can't just wake up one day and decide I'm going to be a makeup artist. It's not gonna work.
Making people look like ghosts.
Yeah, because you need to have it in you.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I'd say partly it's talent, and then practice that will improve your work. But if you don't have talent, it will be hard. Even if you're practicing, but you'll find it hard to just work around it. Yeah.
What if I'm talented, yeah? I know how to do it, I have the skills, I have my account somewhere. Of course, I don't have the money to market myself and promote myself. How do I position myself to land the big clients, you know, people who are going to expose me, you know, and for me even to be able to build a whole client list?
You'll need to do a lot of free jobs, all those pro bono stuff.
Yeah, free jobs.
Yeah, because even us guys I've done a lot of free jobs before I got to where I am. I've done a lot of those free stuff. So those are the jobs that maybe get you out there, help you meet people, and you just build your network that way.
At what point do you say no more with the free jobs? At what point do you say no, I'm not going to do any free jobs anymore? I'm going to start going after clients who can pay.
When you realize the worth of your work, and you get as in, you know, you can always. I would say my best marketing is through referrals, and when you feel that every client that has passed through you is referring you to another person, then your job is up to par. So I think when it gets to that point, you need to be like, yeah, I've had enough of this free stuff.
You've talked about free jobs, yeah? And just reminded me about something that we were having a conversation with someone the other day about creative partnerships. You know, I'm a makeup artist, some other person is a good photographer.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how do young people or upcoming makeup artists go about creative partnerships?
Yeah, maybe you've been called for a shoot and you've met a good photographer, and so as to build that connection, you need to network with them. Maybe ask them if maybe they have a job or they have a shoot with someone. They can call you up, and that will help you build your portfolio as well as build your client base. Yeah.
So just going, but I had someone else say that they're afraid of being taken advantage of.
But,
so that every time someone is hitting you up, you're like, creative partnership.
If you're a beginner, you have to be open to that, to be taken advantage of. Because you're also taking advantage of, if I'm a photographer and I have so many clients, it's not just me taking advantage of you, I'm also giving you an opportunity to tap into my clientele. You get what I'm saying? So as much as you'd feel somebody is using you, take it also as a way of building your clients.
Bullying. Okay, I don't know how this is going to sound, but let's talk about this bullying in the fashion industry. In that, look, I'm one of the top photographers in Kenya. You know, I have this massive following.
Yeah.
So, you know, for every shoot, I just need makeup and I don't want to pay anyone. Then why just not go to anyone and tell them, look, I'm a big shot guy, you come and do makeup, I'm going to expose you. Don't you think that has a side effect to the industry or to anyone? Because if you know, exposure can't buy you food every day for the next 10 years. Yeah,
true. Even the other day I posted on my Instagram page that most people will call you up trying to tell you, they'll call you for a job, and then when you ask them how much it's paying, they tell you it's giving you exposure. I mean, exposure wouldn't pay my rent, it wouldn't buy me food, it wouldn't clothe me. So, as in, let's say those photographers that you're talking about will only take advantage of this upcoming makeup artist. They can't come to someone like me telling me that I'll give you exposure. I don't need the exposure. I already have enough of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you also need to be smart. As much as you want to still build your clientele, you still need to be smart. Know those people who are just there to take advantage of you and those who can help you. Yeah, because also, even now, I can choose to do something pro bono, but I know who I would do it with or to, and not just anyone.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, have you made up your mind about being a makeup artist? Well, Steve Koby is here to give us the insights. We'll be back right after the break.